nobody on YouTube is talking about banknote rejection marks and how much they're worth. Our team at Old Money Prices said, hey, we should do a video about this, so here we are. All things you need to know about BEP banknote rejection marks. Now, when I say BEP, I'm saying Bureau of Engraving and Printing, where they actually produce paper money. So during the printing process, the first thing we need to understand is how these paper money bills are actually produced. So during the printing process, the back of the bills are printed first in a giant sheet of notes. Then those bills are stacked, dried off, and then they go to the second phase of the printing process, which is the front of the bill. The same type of machine prints the front of the bills, and then after the front of the bill is produced, the sheets will go to a separate printing process where the third and final print, which is called the overprint, is produced. Now you may be asking yourself, why is this important? Well, a BEP rejection mark is when an employee or quality control manager at the Bureau of Engraving and Printing will reject a sheet of notes due to there being an error on this specific sheet. Now, after a sheet of bills is rejected, either with a sticker, a stamp, or a mark, then that sheet of bills is destroyed. Now, sometimes a BEP rejection banknote mark, like the ones in this video, will get out into public hands and sell for a lot of money. If you ever see a bill like the one in this video with a rejection mark, make sure you hold onto it, don't peel it off, don't erase it, because it's going to make the bill worth a lot more money than its face value. So let's hop into this video. These first two bills here are genuine $1 bills. Now these are silver certificates. You can tell that because they have a blue seal and serial number. You'll also notice on the bottom one there's a red mark going through Washington's portrait, and on both of the bills they have a little square red and white sticker. That is called a BEP rejection flag or sticker. You can see on the back of the PCGS holder it says attached BEP rejection sticker and BEP rejection mark. Again, BEP stands for Bureau of Engraving and Printing, where they produce paper money bills for the United States. This duo of notes sold for $204. Now this $5 bill from 1950 has a BEP rejection sticker once again. Now typically a bill like this is going to be worth anywhere from $6 to $15 based on the condition, but the fact that it has a BEP rejection sticker allowed this $5 bill to sell for $240. I really enjoyed this one. So this $5 bill has a lot of ink on it. This is an ink smear error. So during the printing process, this black ink just got smeared all over the bill, and a quality control manager stuck this flag on there saying that it's rejected, but it accidentally got out and it sold for $242. Another ink smear error. You can see there's a BEP rejection mark going horizontally in red. A beautiful note here. I love the error that you see going through the center of the bill, all of that black ink, that ink smear error. This bill with a BEP rejection mark sold for $456. Now here's another bill, but before I tell you why this one sold for $1,292.50, what do you do if you actually find one of these bills? How do you get the most money for it? Well, there's a few ways. First of all, if you want to go through an auction company like Heritage, the one that all of these bills sold on, you're going to want to make sure it's actually worth it. The last thing you want to do is get your bill graded, spend the money, spend the time, and then try to sell it on Heritage only for it to sell for less money than you actually paid to get it graded. That's why doing your own homework and research, getting the value of the bill before you go ahead and get it graded is so important. This bill right here is an end of roll error. What you really need to know here is that end of roll errors have typically a green strip like this on the back left hand side or the back right hand side. You can see the front of the bill is also misaligned. That second print is completely misaligned. A quality control manager marked it with a BEP rejection mark, but it got out and sold for $1,292.50. When I first saw this $5 bill that sold for $977.50, I first thought that it was actually torn, but it is so black in that area on the front left hand side that it looks like it's missing. So this has a large ink smear error on the left hand side with a BEP rejection mark. Such a cool error. I would love to add this to my collection. This bill sold for $977.50. I'll end this with another silver certificate. This one sold for $9,600. Now remember, a BEP rejection mark most of the time is not going to be the reason why a bill sells for a ton of money. This one sold for so much money because it's a multiple printing of the blue overprint. Remember, that's the third and final print on a paper money bill, and it also has a BEP rejection mark. This bill should have never got out of the facility, but it accidentally did. It's not even that highly graded at a 35. Remember, 70 is the highest achievable grade. This this one has a bunch of folds and staining and damage on it. That means a bill like this was actually out in circulation before someone spotted it, found it, and said, hey, this is actually rare, I should hold this, and now it's sold for $9,600. If you enjoyed this video, then you'll definitely enjoy the video on the screen. Click on that video and I'll see you inside.